What's going on, guys? Aggronix, welcome back to the ACL Season 3 table jump to our week 7 game against Afonso and the Sport Lisbon Blazikens, or the SLB. Afonso is one of my favourite people in the community. He's very, very fun to talk to, and we always have very, very fun games. Always really, really close competitive games, so this should be a lot of fun. Last few times we've played Afonso, I've won, so we definitely have the psychological battle. We're winning that going into this game, but Afonso is a very, very good player, and he has a very, very good team, so we need to keep our eyes open on the prize. And Afonso definitely needs this win because he's falling behind a bit, but we definitely need to win as well because we need to stay in the race between... It's a three-way tie right now between me, Amph, and Saigai. We're all 5-1, so we just need to keep winning. And also I've changed how the layout is again because the mons on my team always look really low quality when I put his team on the right and then I zoom down the screen. It doesn't look right, so I'm just going to throw the team like that. So Afonso's team consists of Excadrill, Tyranitar, Cobalion, Espeon, Stoutland, Tangela, Florges, Rotom Wash, Volcarona, Mischievous, Muck, Mega Sceptile, 2 and 3 -1. That's his. I don't know if you can see his record, can you? Yes, you can. So, very, very good team. His Z-Mons being Excadrill, Tyranitar, and Volcarona. Very, very strong. Yeah, a lot of scary offensive threats like Excadrill, Volcarona, and Sceptile that we have to watch out for, but a lot of really, really bulky mons we have to look out for like Tyranitar, Florges, and Rotom. So it's a very, very strong team, and we'll see how it goes. Mons I don't expect to come. I don't expect Muck. I don't think Muck is coming because it just loses to Gliscor and Scizor and stuff like that. And I don't think Stoutland is coming. But, I mean, every other mon is up for, up for a possibility. Mischievous is another one I don't think will come, but I think Tangela might. I think that Espeon might, but I think Espeon is another one that I'm like, I don't think so, but he might, I don't know. I'm looking at my team again and it's not terrible, so we'll see what happens. So yeah, let's jump into it. My team consists of Gliscor, Toxic Roar, Poison Hail with Earthquake, Facade, Swords Dance, and Agility. Enough speed to outspeed a max speed Excadrill, so we can come in on Excadrill as he goes for Earthquake or something like that if we predict correctly and just go for Earthquake and kill him, or Swords Dance, or do anything like that, and that's awesome. Yeah, dude, Earthquake Facade is great against his team. The only mon on his team that resists, is immune to both, I should say, actually, is the Mischievous. If Mischievous comes, Gliscor's set becomes very, very underwhelming. You know, it just doesn't work. So if Mischievous does come, we need to get rid of that as soon as possible. But he hasn't brought it to any games yet, and I also don't feel like it has a great matchup against my team. Because if I was to bring Persian, I'd just completely shut it down with like Taunt, Foul Play, Parting Shot. So there's no, I don't think Mischievous is coming. Now we have Dino with a Mega Scizor, Technician, Bullet Punch with U-Turn, Swords Dance, Roost, and that's it. I don't know why I said it wrong. It's Technician with Bullet Punch, U-Turn, Swords Dance, Roost, Adamant 36 in attack, just to do a little bit of damage. I think that means that we... what is that statistic again? I think it means that we OHKO something at +2, but I can't remember what it is, but I know that's the right calc. We have, oh no, sorry, with this SPDEF stat, we live a HP fire from Mega Sceptile after rocks. So at 88%, we will always live a modest hidden power fire, and I think he will bring a modest Sceptile because of my speed tiers, because unless he wants to make sure he outspeeds Tapu Koko, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think he's going to run modest, but we still live a modest state. We can live a timid as well because obviously he'll do less. Scizor is really nice. Obviously Rotom Wash is a big, big, big threat. With a Swords Dance, if he doesn't bring Will-O-Wisp, which I think is unlikely, I think he definitely brings Will-O-Wisp. But even if he Will-O-Wisps, I mean, he can Will-O-Wisp Scizor, and then if we get up 2 Swords Dances, we're actually stronger than we were without a Swords Dance without being burned. So it's not the end of the world if he burns us. And yeah, we U-turn there. I was going to bring Bullet Punch Knockoff because I really like that setup. I've been playing a lot of OU Showdown recently, and Bullet Punch Knockoff is a great, great set. But I needed U-turn because I can't let the Mischievous, sorry, not the Mischievous, the Volcarona sit in front of Scizor. If Volcarona switches into Scizor and I am trapped, then I have nothing to do. And then I have to switch into one of my defensive mons. That becomes very, very opportunistic for him. It means he nabs a lot of momentum from me. However, if I U-turn out on the Volcarona instantly, it means that I keep the momentum on my side, which I think is really nice. Next we have Blanca, the Tapu Koko, and Saber, the the regular Sceptile. Tapu Koko's running Choice Scarf, Electric Surge, Wild Charge, Brave Bird, U-turn, and Defog. Defog's there just because I decided to throw it on. I didn't want it on Scizor because I wanted Swords Dance. Wild Charge, Brave Bird, U-turn is all I needed. Wild Charge Brave Bird U-turn is nice because Wild Charge 2 KOs Florges. It also 2 KOs Rotom, I believe, after rocks. Don't quote me on that. We Oko Volcarona with Brave Bird, so with Sceptile. We do a decent amount of damage to Cobalion and Tyranitar with Wild Charge. Excadrill is a little bit of a check to us. However, Brave Bird does do 30%, which is not bad damage at all. And then U-turn does like 15, and if we get the momentum out, we can go into something like Gliscor and another mon coming up in a second. So I do like this set. Because of the speed tiers on his team, we can run Adamant, which means the Tapu Koko does a lot of damage to his team. And this thing is just meant to keep the momentum on our side, keep the momentum with us. U-turning is going to be very, very important in this game. I need to be on my best, on my best game, because Tapu Koko needs it. If we play Tapu Koko correctly, I think we have a good chance of winning this game. Then we have Saberly, Mega Sceptile, or regular Sceptile, sorry. I keep thinking of his team. Assault Vest, Overgrow with Giga Drain, Focus Blast, Rock Tomb, and Hidden Power Ice. I was going to run Unburden, but there's no point because he has no knockoff mons on his team except for maybe Muck, I think. I think Muck might get knockoff, but there's no other mon on his team that gets knockoff. So Overgrow makes the most sense. Assault Vest means that we take on a myriad of things. We take on the Espeon if he doesn't have Psyshock, which I think he will, but he might not. Who knows? Who knows? We take on the Mega Sceptile, we take on the Rotom Wash, we take on the Florges to a certain extent. The only problem with Florges is that he Wish, stalls us, which is terrifying, but we can Giga Drain him, force him to go for Wish and stuff like that, and then double in Scizor and stuff like that. So yeah, this thing is big purpose is to take on the Mega Sceptile and the Rotom. If he doesn't bring Mega Sceptile, say Sceptile is still good because offensively it's still very, very good. It outspeeds Excadrill, Tyranitar, and Cobalion, Oko's. Oko's Cobalion with Focus Blast, but it does like 90% of Excadrill at about the same to Tyranitar. And Giga Drains the Rotom Wash. It Rock Tombs the Volcarona, which is awesome. If we stay in on the Volcarona and go for Rock Tomb never kills, unless we're after rocks. It does about 60%, it never kills him. However, if he goes for Quiver Dance as we Rock Tomb and we land it, we lower his speed, actually we get to go for Rock Tomb again and just kill him, which is awesome. And yeah, I think this is really, really strong. And I think, actually, let me just see. Does Sceptile live a Bug Buzz? It might live a Bug Buzz. It definitely doesn't live a Fire Blast. It does live a Bug Buzz. Yeah, it does 77 to 91. Yeah, Fire Blast is 94 to 111, so it's a 62% chance to kill, but Bug Buzz does nothing. Psychic, which I think he will bring, does about 30%. I think Psychic will come because I have Como. If I had to predict his set, I think he's going to be like Fiery Dance, Psychic, but then he can have Victini, so maybe Bug Buzz as well. So we'll have to see about that. So yeah, that's Sceptile. And then we have our defensive core of the week. These were going to be originally like a Dragon Dancing core, but I decided to go defensive with both of them. We have a physically defensive Como with Leftovers Bulletproof with Drain Punch, Dragon Tail, Taunt, and Stealth Rock. Taunt is there to taunt stuff like the Rotom, to taunt the Tyranitar, to taunt the Cobalion, stuff like that. Drain Punch is there because it hits his team pretty well. The only mons that take it are stuff like the Florges and the Mischievous and stuff like that. Dragon Tail is there for the Sceptile, for the Volcarona. Get some swish on his team, which is nice. And Stealth Rock is very, very important to keep that up because it whittles stuff down like the Florges, the Rotom, and obviously the Volcarona. And then we have Loch Ness, the Gyarados, Leftovers, Intimidate with Waterfall, Ice Fang, Dragon Tail, and Taunt, specially defensive because it's the only mon on my team that can really take on the Mega Sceptile. Because he's probably going to run Hidden Fire. I mean, if he runs Hidden Electric, then that's amazing. That's just a great prediction. Great team building. But if he does do that, then Scizor kind of walls him, so it's kind of a double-edged sword. But Gyarados is really good because it checks Mega Sceptile. It lives 2 Leaf Storms, even if he wasn't to get the -2. So we take less than 50% from a Leaf Storm, which is awesome. We also take on the Volcarona forever. We can taunt stuff like the floor, just stop that from Wish passing over and over again. And Wish stalling Gyarados, we can taunt it as it goes for Wish, and then Waterfall and do like 25%, and just keep chipping them down, which is awesome. So Gyarados is very, very good. I really like Gyarados in this matchup, and hopefully he does a lot of work for us. So that's the team. I'm pretty nervous, I have to say. There are mons on his team like the Rotom Wash that are actually giving me a lot of issues in team building, but honestly, I think we just need to do our best, keep a cool head. It's not like when we played Amph where I feel like my team building is a little bit off. The only mon on my team that I'm not completely sure on is Sceptile, only because I don't have U-turn. which obviously Sceptile doesn't get U-turn, but it means that every time Sceptile is in, Florges is just a free switch in, so we need to make sure that Sceptile doesn't get stuck in front of Florges, because then Florges gets to Wish Pass into Rotom, so we just need to be careful about that. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I'm very, very nervous. I'm very, very nervous. Alright, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. We're gonna do our best. It's all we can hope for. We definitely need to win, though. We definitely need to win. And if we do win, that means we're automatically 7-1 because we already faced Tash a few weeks ago, and we beat him. So we're either 6-2 or 7-1. So 7-1 sounds way better, but we'll see what happens. So I have to actually quickly just change Scizor to pre-Mega. Pre-Mega. I'll just say that to him. Versus Alfonso, that's the team. Alright. Let's go. I'm not confident, but we'll see what he brings. I actually I kind of expecting the Tangela. I'm like half expecting it, because it's not bad against my Electric Core of Lantern, Tapu Koko, and Raichu, which he might expect. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I don't expect Excadrill to be offensive either. I think Excadrill is going to be like a Stealth Rock Toxic set, honestly. Well, that doesn't make much sense. I think he's going to be bulky, though. I think he's going to be like Stealth Rock or maybe Assault Vest to take on Tapu Koko, which is fine for me because that means Como and Scizor and Gliscor take it on way better. So let's see what he brings. He does bring the Muck. What is it? No Volcarona, which is great. No problem with that. No Cobalion. This is cool. This is cool. So, leads on my end. Oh yeah, I think he just put it in the chat in the ACO. Yeah, perfect. Alright, so I'm just going to ignore spectators and ignore opponent. I'm sorry, guys, but I gotta keep focus here. So, leads. Muck is great because that means I can actually set up with it on with Gliscor. Although he might have Ice Punch, I have to be careful about that. Como isn't a bad lead. Get a taunt off, do all that stuff. I could lead with Coco. Coco's a completely safe lead because whatever he leads with, we just get to U-turn on it because we are Choice Scarf. We have to beat everything on his team guaranteed. Turn 1, that is, anyway. If he leads with Sceptile, that could be a really, really nice opportunistic moment for me. So I'm considering it for sure. If he leads with Rotom, then we just go straight into Sceptile, but that means that Florges is like at full, so that's kind of not cool. Would he lead with Scizor's also not a bad lead. It depends on what I think he'd lead with. I mean, I think he would lead with either Sceptile or Tyranitar or Rotom. So I guess Scizor is the right play in that case. And if he leads with Excadrill, that's fine. So I'm good with Scizor. Well, let's see what he leads with. I'm hoping Rotom is like he does lead with the Rotom, so that's okay with me. I don't really want to get burned turn 1 because I know he's about to go for Will-O-Wisp. I really don't want to get burned, so I might go straight into Sceptile. Yeah, it's a rough lead. I was going to lead with Coco, but I mean Coco would have been the same situation. I would just have to U-turn. I'm going to go into Sceptile, I think. Yeah. Just going to go on a Sceptile. He goes for Hydro Pump, so that's fine with me. Hydro Pump is interesting. He did 16%. I am going to slow down. That doesn't look offensive to me, but you never know. Hydro Pump does, yeah, he's defensive. So he didn't want to go for Will-O-Wisp, which is fine with me. he's definitely going to go straight into Muck, or he's going to go into Florges. So I think Gliscor is a good play if I think he's going to go Muck. Or Scizor is the obvious one. Muck, what is your speed? You're really slow. You'd have to run a lot of speed to outspeed Scizor. Scizor's like 200, so I'm going to go back into Scizor. He definitely won't Volt Switch. He won't go for Will-O-Wisp anyway. Yeah, I'm going to go into Scizor. Goes into Muck, so he is going into Muck. So, like I said, his max speed is 218. If he's max speed, he will outspeed me. If he's Adamant, Choice Band, Fire Punch to Scizor. I mean, he would OHKO me if he's running fucking max speed. But if he's Adamant, he still outspeeds me, I guess. How much do I want to risk this? I mean, there's no way Muck is that, but I think I just want to go for U-turn. And then go straight into Como, I guess. Get up my rocks. Do all that stuff. So I'm going to go for U-turn. If you OHKO Scizor turn 1, then there's just GG. GG, honestly. But I want to get my Mega up because I want to be able to take hits from Sceptile and Tyranitar and Excadrill better. So, yeah. I mean, he might switch out into Rotom if he doesn't want to deal with Scizor with Muck. If Muck is meant for something else, unless he doesn't want to take a knockoff as well. You never know. But yeah, he does just stay in. Yeah, and we do outspeed him. That's great. So yeah, I'm going to go into Como. It's my switch into this thing. I could go on a Gliscor, but there's a possibility he just... I mean, I do want to go Gliscor because I think the chances of him going for an Ice Punch are like really, really low. But I think Como is the right play. He does go for Fire Punch, that's fine. And I'm just going to get up my rocks. I need to get up my rocks, so I'm going to go for Stealth Rock. He sees that my Como is defensive, so that's either a good thing or a bad thing for him. I hope he has Defog on Florges, because that means he doesn't have... It means that it gives Gliscor a turn to sit up on it if we get the chance. So that'd be good. I mean, he might not have Will-O-Wisp on Rotom if he has Hydro Pump, Volt Switch, Pain Split, Defog. If he has that, then I'll be super happy. For sure. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. So we'll see right here. I think he's going to switch out to Florges. But that's fine with me. Oh. He does stay in. Just go for a Gunk Shot. A little bit of damage. A little bit more damage than I would have liked. So I am going to go into Gliscor. He doesn't show Ice Punch, which half tells me he doesn't have it, but that isn't necessarily true. I could go into Scizor and then go for U-turn, because I think his switch into this thing is Florges. And he's going to go for a Gunk Shot again, or he's going to go for a Ice Punch predicting Gliscor. So I'm going to go into Scizor. I don't want Como to get too weakened, because I need it for Tyranitar and Excadrill. For sure. So that Gunk Shot did a lot. He's not banded because you know, he didn't show anything, but that screams to me that he's Assault Vest. Yeah, he's not Assault Vest. He's not banded, sorry. A Gunk Shot does 33 to 40 if he's Assault Vest Adamant, so that looks about right. So he is Assault Vest, so that means that Scizor can't die. He can't kill a Scizor. Yeah, he can't kill Scizor, which is fun. So I'm gonna go back into Scizor. He does go into Florges, so that's great. Do I Swords Dance or do I U-turn immediately? I don't think he's going to go for Protect, because I think that would be really, really stupid. If I U-turn right now and he stays in, I have to go Gyarados or Gliscor maybe, but I don't think that's gonna happen. I think it's really, really likely he just goes straight into maybe Excadrill, maybe, I think more than likely Rotom, but I think Excadrill might be a specific set, so I kind of wish I sped Scizor to outspeed a defensive Rotom, but at the same time he might have a lot of speed, so who knows, it might not even matter. I'm gonna go for U-turn. He does go for Protect. Oh, a Swords Dance would have been so nice. A Swords Dance would have been so nice. I kind of want a Swords Dance now that he's gone for Protect, because he might think that, you know... Oh, if I went for Swords Dance, that would have been so fucking good. That Protect was really, really surprising. Do I bother Swords Dancing? +2 Bullet Punch just OHKOs Florges, by the way. Like, he never lives. He never lives. And Rotom takes about 60%. 67, so he takes a lot of damage. So a Swords Dance right there would have been game changing for sure. I think he goes Muck? I think he might go Muck. I'm gonna Swords Dance. He does go Rotom. So my thing is, do I Swords Dance again? Or do I hard switch into Sceptile? Because if I get to +4 and I'm burned, U-turn still does about 50% to this thing. It's whether he has Will-O-Wisp, which I think he does. I would put money on the fact that he does, honestly. I bet my dad. So at the same time though, I don't really want Sceptile to get burned. Or do I care? The rocks are up. I forced this thing out. I get health back from Giga Drain. I think he has to go for either a Foul Play or a Will-O-Wisp. He might have Foul Play, but I don't think so. I think he'd probably just have Will-O-Wisp. So I'm going to go straight to Sceptile. Goes for Pain Split, so we actually get health back from that. That's funny. Oh, he was expecting U-turn. But I mean, he would have gone first. So, okay, that tells that he doesn't have Will-O-Wisp, I don't think. I think I'm just going to go for Giga Drain. His team isn't really weakened enough for me to just go, oh, I'm going to double out. I'm just going to go for Giga Drain. The rocks are up. He has to take damage. If he goes Florges, that means we get to go back into Scizor. That's great with me, so I'm going to go for Giga Drain. If he goes Sceptile, that's great because we have Inpower Ice. And he can't kill me. So he does go Florges. So we do a little bit of damage. We get our health back, which is nice. And I'm going to go back into Scizor. If he wants to double into anything, that's fine because Scizor is completely full. He does go for Wish. And I'm going to go for a U-turn, I think. Yeah, I'm going to go for U-turn. Any reason not to? I don't think so. He does go Muck. I did think he would. So, you have Gliscor. You have a Gliscor in front of a Muck who's Assault Vest. He switches out immediately, right? Choice Band, he's not. He's Ice Punch. He can never kill me. He never kills me. He surely never stay in. So if I go for Swords Dance, he goes in a Rotom. But that's not. There's not really any point in doing that either. have to go Gliscor. I have to go Gliscor. His wish comes true. True colors. I don't know why his nicknames aren't popping up. That's annoying. So Earthquake right here might kill him. It might just kill him, so he can't really stay in. I think he's going to go Rotom, so I could just go for a Facade. If Rotom comes out, can he kill me with Hydro Pump? He probably can. Yeah, he always kills me if he just goes for it. Plus 2 Facade does about 70%, or almost 70%, so there's no real point. So I could double back into something. I do kind of want to go for Facade. I mean, if he stays in, he can't kill me. And if he goes Rotom, I get a little bit of chip off at least. You know. I could double in a Sceptile, but that seems like really, really sketchy if he just goes for Ice Punch. I could go in a Scizor, and if he goes for Ice Punch, that's fine too. If I get Rotom in front of Scizor, that actually is what I'm going to do. Because if he stays in, he's going to go for an Ice Punch, and Scizor eats that. So I'm going to go for into Scizor. If he just goes for Fire Punch, I'll be fucking shocked. He just goes for Ice Punch, yeah. And I'm going to go for a U-turn. So he does have the Ice Punch. So we know that now. We know that. At least we know now. I'm going to go for U-turn. And I kind of want to go Gyarados. Get an Intimidate off as he goes for a Fire Punch or an Ice Punch. He won't go for a Gunk Shot and Scizor because I could Swords Dance in front of him. Intimidate, then go into Como, get some health back. Yeah, he did bring Volcarona, so Gyarados isn't nearly as important, so I'm going to go into Gyarados. He does go for Fire Punch. Get a little bit of health back. I'm going to go into Como, kind of dancing around this thing a little bit. This thing is kind of difficult to deal with, honestly. Not going to lie. It's a little bit awkward just because Floor just can heal it up every time. And I can't just Earthquake it because there's a fucking Rotom right there. What's my Psychic type again? Oh, Victini. Victini would have been really nice right here. Just to wreck this thing, but well. I want a Dragon Tail predicting the Rotom, but I think there's a good chance he just stays and goes for Gunk Shot. But he might be afraid of me just going for a Dragon Dance, so he might, you know, he might go in a Rotom. If I was him, and I was a Gyarados in front of me with leftovers, he might be fearing a substitute. I'm going to double him with Scizor. He does go on a Rotom. So, fuck it, I'm going to Swords Dance at this point. He's shown Hydro Pump, Pain Split, he probably has Volt Switch, and I think he has Defog. So I'm going to go for Swords Dance. If he goes in a Muck, we get to kill him with a move. He just goes for Volt Switch. If Scizor is in front of a Muck at +2. Let's see what he goes into. If he goes Muck, we can kill it with a Bullet Punch. He goes Excadrill. So, no sand. We know nothing about this thing. I'm tempted to Roost, because I don't know what this thing is about to do to me. If, for whatever reason, he's Choice Banded, he can't kill me, right? No, he can't. He can never kill me. So I could just, what do I want to do? I could just Roost. I could just U-turn. How much does Bullet Punch do? Bullet Punch does a lot, but it's two. If he's at 98%, what's the chances that 2 kill him? Say 11%. Yeah, that's really, really risky. Because I thought he was going to go for a Rapid Spin. I could also go straight into Gliscor right now. I could just go straight into Gliscor. I don't know. I really don't know. I really don't know what this thing is doing. If he wants to go for Swords Dance, that's kind of scary. I guess I'm going to go for U-turn. He can't kill me, so I'm going to go for U-turn. I can roost up on the... something. I'll figure it out. I could also just go straight into Como, which is the safe play. Or Gliscor and be offensive. But if Gliscor comes in, the Rotom just comes in. I can't do anything to it. Rapid Spin. Okay, so we get a lot of damage off on this Excadrill. That's cool. And I'm just going to go straight back into Como. Yeah, I don't think this thing is... We see leftovers? No leftovers. Okay, so I don't think this thing is, like, offensive, really. I think it's more a defensive mon. His switch-ins to this thing is, I mean, obviously the Florges. So I could just go get at my rocks. But he's definitely fearing me just going for a fighting type move right now. I could go for Taunt, predicting the Florges or the Rotom. But then I have to switch out, so there's no point. I really want to get at my rocks. I need it for Rotom. I need it for Muck as well. He might go hard Sceptile. I could see him doing that, but that's kind of okay with me. Gyarados is still healthy. We're doing okay. We're breaking him down slowly but surely. He does go for Sword Dance. Okay, alrighty. Well, this is an awkward situation. Can I just... Excadrill is a Z-Mon. So if he just... fucking... Z-Earthquakes right now, he'll kill me. Right? I mean... I don't even have to calc it. I know it's true. He's not choice banded. I think he's Z move. +2 Z Earthquake. Just wrecks Como. But he's not going for Z Rock Slide. And like I said, I think Gyarados is good. He might go for a Rock Slide predicting Gliscor because he hasn't seen anything from Gliscor yet. He probably would go for an Iron Head if I had to predict it. But if he goes for Rock Slide at +1, how well does Gyarados take that? Well, no, sorry. Gyarados... Fuck's sake. +2. We do live it, so I'm going to go into Gyarados, I guess. Corkscrew Crash. What? Whoa, that did so much. Oh my god. So that's a Z Iron Head. So he has Iron Head Rock Slide? I don't think so, but I guess I'll just stay in and go for a Waterfall. I can't let him what's it called? Swords Dance again by me doubling back in a Como, so I'm just gonna go for Waterfall. He does go on a Rotom, so Rotom takes a little bit of chip here. And we get a little bit of leftovers recovery with Gyarados. We do see that the Rotom outspeeds Gyarados. Because his leftovers pops first, which is just something to note. He's probably just going to go for a Volt Switch right here. I can't really stop him. I think Sceptile is okay. Oh, he's got me on the back foot now. I think Sceptile is the right play here, because if he goes Muck... I mean, I have to deal with Muck then again, but... He's definitely going for Volt Switch. So if I go Como, he gets to go Florges, which gets my Scizor in, but then he gets to Wish Pass into the Excadrill, which I don't want. Sceptile. Don't Volt Switch. Yeah, he goes for Volt Switch. Of course he would. I mean, it's the right play. I think Muck is coming back in again. If he goes Tyranitar or Excadrill or anything like that, I'll just Focus Blast it. But I think Florges or Muck is coming in. Yeah, he does go Muck, which I'm actually okay with because it means he takes rocks damage, which is good. So, awkward situation for us right here. I have to save Sceptile because it's really good. Once we kill the Florges and this Muck and we weaken them a little bit, Sceptile becomes a really, really scary mon for him to deal with. So I don't want to let this thing die. You go for an Ice Punch, a Fire Punch, or a Gunk Shot. It's literally whatever he feels. I don't think he'll go for a Gunk Shot. I don't think he'll go for a Gunk Shot because the Scizor. I think he's going to go for an Ice Punch or a Fire Punch. So I think Como is the right play. Or Gyarados. Can Gyarados live one hit for sure? As long as he doesn't poison me. No, there's a chance he kills me with Gunk Shot. Yeah, there's a pretty decent chance actually. But fuck it, I don't think he's gonna do that, so I'm gonna go in Gyarados. Gyarados is very weak at this point, so goes for Fire Punch. Perfect. So right here, Gunk Shot will kill me, but I don't know if he wants to take all that damage when Rotom is right there, so I'd kind of want a Dragon Tail. Force him out. It means we get more chip on Rotom, and it means that, what's it called? It means that we get chip. I don't fucking know. Because he won't go for Gunk Shot, because, I mean, Scizor is, like, really, really obvious. I think he's going to go on a Rotom. So I'm going to go for Dragon Tail. If he goes for Gunk Shot, then that's fine. He'll kill Gyarados, but we still have stuff to deal with Sceptile. Go Rotom. Rotom is always this. He misses Gunk Shot, wow. And we miss Dragon Tail, alright then. Well, that miss is still sucky for him because now we're out of range of Gunk Shot. So I think I'm just going to go for Waterfall. 2 Waterfalls will kill this thing, and he can't kill me with Gunk Shot unless he poisons me. And I don't think he might go for Fire Punch, predicting Scizor. So I'm going to go for Waterfall. He might go Florges as well, predicting a Dragon Tail. He does go Rotom, which I'm surprised about because I just went for Dragon Tail. But I mean, a play is a play. A play is a play. And I think I'm just going to go straight back into Sceptile. I mean, I don't want to. I really wish I went for Dragon Tail there. I mean, I really thought he would stay in that time because he was just like, fuck it. But I guess he's looking at the same calc that I am. He's definitely going to go for Volt Switch. If I go Como right here, Fleur just gets to come in. Or Sceptile. I can go Scizor, which means the Fleur just can't Wish Pass. And it means it's Excadrill. Does Excadrill take 2 Bullet Punches from Scizor? And 25. Possibly. But he probably Rapid Spin, so I think I am going to go Scizor right here. Might go for Pain Split as well. He does go for Pain Split, so that's fine. I'm going to go for Roost because I need to. Thunderbolt. He did. Oh, fuck me if he got the full power. He doesn't have Will-O-Wisp. That's great. I'm going to Swords Dance. He gets a crit, but no power. Am I in range of a Hydro Pump right now? If so, I'm going to be very fucking angry. No, I'm not. He did 40% with a crit with the Thunderbolt. Yeah, he got a high crit. If I get fully paralyzed right here, I'll lose Scizor. He misses Hydro Pump. And I get the Roost off. That's justice right there. That's justice. I don't feel fucking bad about that Hydro Pump at all. Because I just got fully paralyzed. Or I got paralyzed. So, Do I want to Swords Dance? Again? How much do I have to be at to Oko? At +4 do I Oko a Rotom? Yes, yeah, kind of. I think he goes like maybe Muck here. Or maybe Excadrill. But I'm gonna Swords Dance again. Goes for Hydro Pump. Gets a crit again. We now get another Swords Dance off. Again, he can't kill me with the Hydro Pump, so I'm gonna go for Roost. He crit me twice. Oh! Oh my god, I'm just gonna go for a U-turn. The para is so unfortunate. I have the worst luck with para. Not getting fully paralyzed, just getting paralyzed. You missed the Hydro Pump, which is great. And I get fully paralyzed. That would have been nice. I can't sack Scizor, which is fucking... Oh my god, I fucking hate full paras, dude. Para is the worst. If para was only halving your speed, there would be no problem with it, honestly. The fact that you can fucking... Oh my god. It's so frustrating. It's so frustrating, para. There's nothing... I've not... Like, missing is like, whatever. It happens. Getting paralyzed is the worst. Because there's nothing you can do about it. With a move, you can run a move that has more accuracy and you give up the power. That's fine. But there's nothing you can fucking do with... Wait, am I actually even gonna bother? Because he might go for Volt Switch. And he might miss Hydro Pump. At this point, fuck it. Scizor, you're dead. Scizor, just fucking die. Goes for Thunderbolt, he does kill me. See, this is why... If I just got off one U-turn, this thing would be at 2% and he'd be fucking dead. But now, it's really, really healthy. I think I lose this thing, honestly. I fucking hate para, dude. I fucking hate para. There's nothing I can do to stop it. I'm gonna double into Coco. I fucking hate para. I honestly despise it. He doubles in a Florges. So... he gets to go for Protect right here, which is annoying. He sees the Wild Charge, he knows I'm going for it, so I'm going to double into Gliscor on his Excadrill. And I have to set up 2 Swords Dances and an Agility. All because I didn't get one fucking U-turn off on a shitty fucking Rotom. So fucking frustrating. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry that this is what this commentary has come to, but it's so fucking annoying. I know he missed Hydro Pump a lot of times, so I don't fucking care. Doubles in Excadrill. I outspeed this thing. If he doubles straight into Rotom, I just have to take it. Well, I'm hoping he just goes for a Rapid Spin, or maybe he goes back in Florges. Maybe he goes Sceptile. I don't know. He doubles back in a Rotom. I think I have to hope that he misses Hydro Pump, honestly. I don't think I have any other play. Because I can't... If I go Sceptile right now... If I go Sceptile right now... Because he has to go for Hydro Pump. Maybe I can wait out his Hydro Pumps. Actually, I'm going to do that. I have to stall out his Hydro Pumps. Because he's down to 2. That's 1. I'm going to... double into Coco. See, So he might be thinking right now that he'll just stay in and go for Hydro Pump again because he might think I'm going to stay in. I think he's going to double into Muck or Florges. But there's still a chance. The fact that this thing only has one Hydro Pump left means that we have a chance. Coco can't die anyway. And if he stays and goes for a Volt Switch... I mean, I'll go for Giga Drain because I think he might actually stay in. There's an off chance. Because... say that we're like Life Orb. No, he can't, because... No, Rotom wins him the game. Rotom wins him the game. He knows if he keeps Rotom alive, he wins. There's no reason to sack Rotom. Unless he over-predicts. But if he goes Muck right now on my Giga Drain, that makes it very, very awkward for me. That makes it very awkward for me. I could double straighten a Gliscor on his Florges or Muck. But if he just... I mean, if he stays in, he'll go for, like, Volt Switch. So I'm going to go into Gliscor. He goes into Florges. I'm going to go for Swords Dance. He does double into Sceptile. I was kind of waiting for it. So this is where it gets kind of interesting. Gliscor never dies to like a Dragon Pulse, right? But it does die. +2, we always kill him with Facade. If he goes for Leaf Storm, he kills me. If he goes for Dragon Pulse, he doesn't. Sceptile is a really easy switch in right here, because Sceptile does live 2 of anything, including a Hidden Power. No, we actually died to 2 Hidden Power Ice. So would he have Hidden Power Ice or Hidden Power Fire? I think he'd like surely have Hidden Power Fire. But if he just goes for Leaf Storm right now, he just actually like he just kills my Gliscor. So I need to scout this thing out. Unfortunately, I have to go Sceptile. I don't think would he go for a Grass type move or a Dragon type move. He'd probably go Grass just because I have a Tapu Koko right there. So I'm gonna go Sceptile. He does go for Hidden Power. He actually has Ice? That has to be Ice. He's Hidden Power Ice. He has Hidden Power Ice. So this fuck brought the wrong Hidden Power, and it's actually gonna pay off. This fuck, dude. Oh my god. He brought the wrong Hidden Power, because I'm gonna say it, that's the wrong Hidden Power to bring, but it's actually gonna work out because I got paralyzed. I know it's 10%, but it's the fact the first Thunderbolt paralyzed me. It's the first one. If it was the 4th one, I'd be like, okay, eventually that's surely bound to happen. U-turn does 69 to 82, and he'd stay in and go for a Grass type move, and I'd go back into Gyarados. Maybe I should have saved Sceptile, but fucking... I have one way of winning, and that's that Rotom misses that Hydro Pump. So I'm going to go into Sceptile, and I think I have to click U-turn. I think I have to do it. Like a Brave Bird. If he goes Extra, he actually dies to 2 Brave Birds, so I might do that. If he goes Tyranitar, I still have a healthy guy. Como is still alive, and the Rotom doesn't have Will-O-Wisp, so Como is actually my check to Rotom from now on. I'm gonna go for Brave Bird. If he goes Florges, there's actually a chance we just like crit him or something. I don't know. He goes into Muck, so we're gonna kill Muck right here. We're gonna kill Muck. So Muck is out of the way. That's at least. It's not a 6-0. He goes Tyranitar. And I'm going to go Como every time. If he goes for a Dragon Dance... See, Scissor's dead, so I don't have Bullet Punch. That's fucking annoying. He's had the Z move with Excadrill, so he doesn't have it with Tyranitar. If he doubles in a Florges on my Como, that's a good play, but he doesn't know if I'm Scarf or not. I mean, he'll assume it, I'm sure. But, you know. If Scizor were still around, now that Muck is gone, Scizor is like so good in this game. And the fact that the Sceptile couldn't touch me. His team doesn't fucking touch Scizor. His team lost to Scizor. His team lost to Scizor. Straight up. He had nothing for Scizor. And he's still gonna come out of it okay. He doubled into... What? He doubled in Excadrill on Coco. So, he's trying to see if I'm scared or not. Do I taunt or do I Drain Punch? I mean, I Drain Punch, right? Because he's just going to get rid of my rocks. I could go straight into Gliscor right now, though. Which I think I have to do. It's my only chance. If he goes for Swords Dance right now, we still outspeed this thing. Unless he's Sandrush. Which, I guess, if he goes Florges, I'm going to go for Drain Punch. Goes for Earthquake. We'll get a little bit of health back. So that's okay. Like I said, I really wanted to go Gliscor right there, but we'll get another chance. So it's 4-4, it doesn't feel like it. Now, this is where it gets sketchy. I really want to taunt, because I think he's going to go for a Wish. Rotom is still at full. That's the problem. Rotom is still at full. I don't really have a switch into this thing. I could go Gyarados, but I mean Gyarados isn't that great. Coco is... I mean Excadrill is gone, so Coco is very, very good now. As long as we predict correctly. Sorry, I just got lost in thought there. Let me see. Does Gyarados live 2 hits from Florges with Dazzling Gleam? Because that's what he has. He has Dazzling Gleam. I know he does. If he has Moonblast, then he doesn't touch us. Gyarados lives 2 Dazzling Gleams. I think he's going to reveal it right here. Moonblast. Wait a minute. Does he not have... Wait. I'm looking this up right now. Bulletproof. I think he fucked up. Big time. Oh, fuck. I'm taking as much time on this as I want. Because if he... I'm pretty sure Moonblast is nullified by Bulletproof. But I'm not going to guess. I'm just going to make sure. I think I might be... Am I wrong? I am wrong. I am wrong. I mean, I don't know. I feel like it should. But it doesn't. Okay, so that's fine. Alright, that's fine. So, I'm going to go for Taunt right here. We go for a Taunt. I think I have to double into Gliscor on his Volt Switch. Because this Rotom outspeeds my Gyarados because his leftovers pops first. If I get this play wrong... Because I have to force him to Hydro Pump again. Because if he gets one more Hydro Pump off, that means that this thing is prime set of fodder. I could also just let Gyarados die, get a little bit of damage off with Waterfall. No, because he'll Volt Switch, then he'll go Sceptile or something. Sceptile right now dies. It's whether I double in the Gliscor. If he predicts that though, that's crazy. I think there's no way. I think he... If I go Como, he goes Florges, and then I have to do this again. I'm going to go for Waterfall. No. He's going to Volt Switch. Right? It comes into this. Like, this is the game. If I get this Gliscor in, I win. But if it predicts that right now, and I go Como-O, that means I get a lot of momentum. Kind of. Not really. Fuck it. Okay. So he does, yeah. Takes the bait on that one. I think he's going to switch into either Florges or Sceptile, and he's going to go for Hydropump. So I could go Gyarados, which I think is the right play. Because Como still has a lot of mileage, because it can check this. Well, not really good. It is more health, is what I'm trying to say. Although, I don't know. I can Drain Punch when Como comes in. But he's going to go for Hydro, so he's going to be in on me. So I can just go for Taunt on the floor as soon as it switches in. So yeah, I'm going to go Como. He doubles into Sceptile. Good play. Good play. That was a good play. So I could sack Gyarados right now. This Sceptile actually dies to U-turn now, which is important. I think I sack Gyarados, or I stay in predicting like. What if you, I mean, a Dragon type move. I mean, he could go for like. Would he go for a Grass type move on a Como-O that's defensive? That, I mean, and he hasn't seen a Dragon type move, so he has to assume I have Dragon Claw. I don't have Dragon Tail. Dragon Tail does still kill him if I get it all. Well, not kill him. It kills him after rocks. So would he go for Hidden Power Ice or Giga Drain? I mean, this thing is too threatening, I think, for him to predict. So I really am considering going into Tapu Koko. I really, really want to. Tapu Koko is my key to winning. Although I guess Gliscor kind of is. If Koko dies right here, what happens? Then I go... No, then I lose. Yeah. Then I lose. I'm going to sack Gyarados. I'm going to sack Gyarados. He goes for Hidden Power Ice right now. I'll be very, very upset. He doubles in a Florges. That's fine. I'm going to go for Taunt. He's taking more and more rocks damage. Wish. Moonblast. I'm going to Waterfall. I'm going to Waterfall because I need damage off in this thing. I'm considering actually going... Oh no, he just stays in. Fledge? Yeah, that's more like it. Alright, so... Does he save Florges? I think he does, but how much am I willing to risk this? I mean, if I go for Dragon Tail and he stays in, I do live, by the way. I do live the Moonblast, so there's not actually really that much I'm risking right here. I mean, his taunt will wear off, and he'll get a 12% back, but he still dies to Waterfall. So I actually kind of want a Dragon Tail. I think I will, because if he stays in, he goes for another Protect, but I still kill him with Waterfall. So I don't really risk anything right here. So I'm going to go for Dragon Tail. Yes. Ooh, that's good. Alright. Florges is dragged back out. That's great. So, right here... No, we outspeed this Florges. So, I think he's going to go into Rotom, but I'm just gonna Waterfall. I think he's gonna sack Sceptile, honestly. Florges dies. He goes in a Rotom. And I'm going to go in a Como, I think. I mean, Tapu Koko gets to spam Wild Charge now. So I need to save Como, because Como checks both of these mons. Completely. So actually, I'm just going to sack Gyarados. Right? I'm going to go for Waterfall. Just goes for Thunderbolt, that's fine. I'm going to go into Como. And I think I can just Drain Punch his team and taunt him until I win. Unless he's paralyzing me, but I still have Koko. So I'm going to go for a Drain Punch. We do outspeed. Okay, alright, this is gonna be a long one. I think I need to start shuffling his team. Alright. Tornador's dragged out. I'm gonna go for a drain punch. I think he's gonna double in a Sceptile. That's what I would do if I was him. He stays in. Tornador just drops. Tornador just drops. He goes back into Rotom. I'm going to taunt. Because I think Como is actually going to sweep his team with Taunt Dragon Tail. How fucking funny is that? I'm going to Dragon Tail because he has to take... No, wait. Should Drain Punch one more time. Yeah, I get paralyzed. But not fully paralyzed. Oh, wait. I already did that. Ooh, I'm fucking retarded. I skipped him going to Sceptile. I skipped him going to Sceptile. So I'm going to go for a Drain Punch. Drain Punch doesn't pick up the kill, but he still is taunted, right? Now the sand is gone, which means I'm gaining health back. He gets to go for a Pain Split right here. So I'm going to taunt. Me getting paralyzed sucks again. But I won't complain. Because I've complained enough. Drain Punch. 22. I just have to not get fully paralyzed. There it goes. I'm gonna Drain Punch again. I'm considering doubling into Como or Tapu Koko, but there's no real point. How much does Koko take from a Thunderbolt? From a Rotom? Nothing, because he's not affected by the terrain, by the way. I'm sure you know that. I'm going to go for a Drain Punch again. Go for Pain Split. I think I win this exchange, because he has to keep going for Pain Split. I'm going to go for Taunt. I get fully paralyzed. I'm gonna go for Taunt. And we always take a move. See, he crit. Para. Is now where I go into Koko. I mean, Koko. Yeah, fuck it. Fuck this. Thunderbolt. Does a Wild Charge kill if we're adamant? 50 to 59, so it doesn't. But he has to go. He's probably going to go for a Hydro Pump right here, so I'm going to U-turn and go back into Como. Kip is messaging me. Fuck off, Kip! I'm playing a very important game right now. Important because I don't want to lose. For Thunderbolt again. His taunt ends. Okay, so Como dies. Koko comes back in and should be able to kill this thing with a Wild Charge. End it, dude. End it. End me. End me. End me, dude. Give me the salvation that I desire. Give me the sustenance that my bones require. I was actually fucking fire, actually, by the way. Oh! That round 2. Boom, bitch! And that is a 2-0 win. Oh, that was a very, very salty, sassy game. Losing Scizor at the start sucked. It was definitely an uphill battle to come back. I think we did a really, really good job at making sure his threats stayed in fucking shape, in order. Losing Scizor at the start sucked because his team did not check Scizor whatsoever. So the fact that we lost it meant that it just... I mean, we could have won this game much better. Much stronger. He didn't bring Will-O-Wisp on his Rotom, which boggles my mind. Because it actually stops, like, several Mons on my team from just dying. So, yeah. One of those games. It was one of those games, dude. GG to Alfonso. Like I said, he's a very, very fun guy, and we always have really, really great games. That was, I mean, was that a good game? I think that was a good game. There was a lot of back and forth. There was a lot of very, very... the hacks between me and Aggron is insane. Yeah, it's yeah, that game was very, very back and forth, like he was saying. But we did come out the winner, so you know what? Do I care? Not really. Tis what it was. I'm gonna leave the game so that you don't have to look at his lagging sprite. Meaver Aggron week 8. Week 7, you tiz. Oh, wrong one. Oh, wrong one. Alright, so yeah, that's the game. Alright, we get a 2-0 win over Alfonso and the Sport Lisbon Blazikens. That was a very, very hectic game. It felt long, but it also wasn't really that long. It was like 25 minutes, so it was a really, really hectic game for sure. GG to Alfonso. A lot of fun. We are now 7-1, technically, with a plus, I think, 22 record, because we were 16, I believe, and we get 2 from that, and then 4 from our game with Tash. So we're doing really, really well. Really, really enjoying the season so far, and we're going to keep up the good work. If you guys have enjoyed, make sure to slam the like button down below first and subscribe if you are not already to become a member of the Aggronix. That being said, have yourselves a wonderful, wonderful day, and bye-bye.